How Andrew Carnegie became the richest man in the world. Andrew Carnegie's journey from a poor Scottish immigrant to the richest man in the world is nothing short of extraordinary. But his narrative isn't only about making money, it's also about how he changed the American economy and transformed industries, especially steel. His ascent from the modest beginnings of working in a cotton factory to his current position as the head of Carnegie Steel was propelled by creativity, wise investments, and an idea that revolutionized a whole sector. The 7 main themes that outline Carnegie's incredible rise to become the richest man in the world, as well as how his legacy lives on today, will be discussed in this video. 1. Childhood. The lowly origins. Born in Dunfermline, Scotland in 1835, Andrew Carnegie came from a low-income weaving family. William Carnegie, his father, found it difficult to make ends meet in Scotland's hard industrial climate. They made their home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, an industrial city that was expanding quickly and where Carnegie would start his rise to prominence. Carnegie began his career at a cotton industry as a bobbin boy, putting in long hours for little pay. They gave him the opportunity to see the discipline and work ethic needed to succeed in America's rapidly expanding industrial sector. Carnegie had already started internalizing the values of diligence and thrift at the age of 13, which would benefit him much throughout his professional life. 2. The contribution of mentors to his development. Carnegie's success was influenced by his connections with powerful mentors in addition to his hard work. After being hired as Scott's personal assistant in 1853, Carnegie rapidly gained an understanding of the inner workings of the railroad industry during the following few years. By 1865, Carnegie had joined a railroad company as a partner, allowing him to expand into other lucrative endeavors. In addition to imparting invaluable expertise, these partnerships gave Carnegie access to labor and finance, 2 factors that would be crucial to his success in the future. 3. The Steel Revolution, an important development. His involvement in the steel industry was the pivotal event in Carnegie's ascent. He started making investments in the steel industry in 1873 after realizing that the nation's infrastructure and steel demand were expanding rapidly. He utilized the Bessemer process, a groundbreaking technique for making steel more cheaply and in greater quantities. Carnegie was able to control the industry because his steel mills could produce steel more quickly and affordably than anybody else. Carnegie had built a huge fortune by the late 1880s. He swiftly rose to become the world's biggest steel manufacturer thanks to the success of his steel company. By 1901, he was the richest man in the world, with the Carnegie Steel Company controlling over 60% of America's steel production at its height. 4. Vertical integration and strategic investments. Vertical integration was one of Carnegie's primary business strategies. He was able to manage all aspects of production using this strategy, including distribution, transportation, and raw supplies. In order to ensure a steady supply of raw materials for his steel mills, he purchased the iron ore mines in the Lake Superior area in 1889. In order to effectively deliver his steel, he purchased a network of railroads and steamships the next year. Because of his success with vertical integration, he was able to establish a strong economic empire that allowed him to keep control of his enterprises and increase revenues. Additionally, it enabled him to maintain a competitive edge and develop a self-sustaining business plan that would guarantee sustained success. 5. Carnegie Steel's inception and the growth of wealth. Carnegie combined his different steel assets into the Carnegie Steel Company in 1892. This was a crucial event since it confirmed his dominance in the steel sector. At this point, no corporation in the world was manufacturing as much steel as Carnegie Steel. Carnegie Steel's success was due to more than simply its size, it was also a creative business. Carnegie made significant investments to update his mills, enhance production methods, and boost output. His dedication to research and development distinguished Carnegie Steel from its rivals. Carnegie became a titan of industry thanks to his achievements in the steel sector. An astounding amount at the time, Carnegie's estimated net worth by 1900 was $200 million. He had become one of the richest people in history, and his fortune was unmatched. 6. The $480 million sale to J.P. Morgan, Andrew Carnegie became the richest man in the world in 1901 when he decided to sell Carnegie Steel to J.P. Morgan for $480 million. This marked a turning point in Carnegie's career as he became a philanthropist instead of an industrial mogul. Additionally, Carnegie's sale to Morgan marked the end of his decades-long career in the field. Despite leaving the steel business, Carnegie's investments in a number of other sectors, such as shipping, railroads, and oil, allowed his fortune to increase. 7. Philanthropy, contributing to the community. Andrew Carnegie's dedication to philanthropy is one of the hallmarks of his legacy. Following the sale of his steel business, Carnegie spent the remainder of his life donating the great bulk of his wealth. He detailed his ideology in his well-known article, The Gospel of Wealth, which held that the wealthy had a moral duty to use their resources to better society. He is recognized for having provided funds for the establishment of more than 2,500 libraries across the globe, guaranteeing that education and knowledge were available to everyone. By 1919, when he passed away, Carnegie had donated more than 90% of his fortune, or over $350 million, which is now worth billions of dollars. His dedication to generosity was a distinguishing characteristic of his life, and the numerous organizations and initiatives he supported bear witness to his legacy. In conclusion, Andrew Carnegie's ascent to fame and fortune is evidence of his drive, foresight, and commitment to his profession. From his modest origins as a penniless immigrant to his current status as the richest man in the world, Carnegie's success was based on his aptitude for seeing possibilities, making astute financial decisions, and innovating in fields crucial to the development of the United States. Generations of philanthropists and entrepreneurs have been inspired by his life story. Let us know in the comments what you think about how Andrew Carnegie became the richest man in the world, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.